What 8 products did I use to create this quick and easy look? Stick around to find out. So I've already applied all of my skincare products, my sunscreen. So we're just going to start with a fresh canvas. So one of the first steps that I like to do is my eyebrows. And today I'm using the NYX. This is the Micro Brow Pencil. I have it in the shade Brunette. I like using this one on my quick and easy get out the door days because it's very pigmented and makes quick work of depositing the product on my brows. I find I don't have to go in a bunch of times and reapply the product. I usually just have to do a few little hair-like strokes and it's done. So once I go in and do that, and then I just quickly use the spoolie, make sure everything has been brushed out. Doing my brows first, I find just helps me frame the face for the rest of the products. When I use this pencil, so many of you leave me a comment and mention how much you love this pencil and you have it in your routine. I will show you the shade. So that's Brunette. I think it's a pretty good shade match. And when I say it's a very fine tip, it is one of those ones that's perfect for getting into all the brow hairs and very precise. Now, a product I love to use for a quick and easy look is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This has been in my collection for so many years, and I use it so much that I have my replacement all ready to go. This one's just about done. So I have this in light medium, but there is several other shades. This is just one example to use. You can certainly go in with a BB cream or a CC cream, or even sometimes a nice one is like a tinted sunscreen or a tinted moisturizer. I just look for something that is going to even out my skin tone and something that is easy to apply. So what I usually do is put about that much. You can build it up. It goes from a sheer to either you can build it up to like a medium coverage, but I usually start with about that much. And it's one of the products that I like applying just with my fingers. It's very moisturizing. It's very lightweight. I think it's perfect for anybody that has like normal to dry skin. The hydration is amazing. Now you can certainly use this as a primer, like if you just want a nice makeup base, and then touch up any little areas that you want to add to with some foundation. But I like using this just like it as it is. Let's see how it's just even out the skin tone. And this is another product I find so many of you mention that you love it as well whenever I use it, and super affordable. It will dry down to, I'll call it like a semi-matte. So it's not too radiant, not too glowy. Now I'm going to skip using color corrector because that's another step, because the concealer that I'm going to use today gives me pretty decent coverage and helps cover up my darkness under my eyes. So the one I'm using today is the NYX the Bear With Me Concealer. Now this has a built-in serum that I like. Now another little trick you can do with this one is it's not just a concealer, but you can use it to apply to your face. So instead of using like a foundation, you can go in with this and just do some spot correcting on your face. I have it in the shade Beige, and you know I love a product when I already have the replacement all ready to go. This one I'm just about done, so we'll see how much I can get out of here. So one of the first things I do is apply it to the back of my hand because it is a pump and it's not a typical wand applicator with most concealers. So I usually take about that much and warm it up on the back of my hand. I find that just helps it apply better under my eye. It's one of the concealers that I can apply with my finger if I want. And I'm actually going to use some of it on to cover up all that discoloration on my eyelids. And then I'll sometimes just take a concealer brush and make sure it's all blended in. Take it right up, get rid of all that discoloration that I have in the corner of my eye. So it's one of those quick and easy concealers. And if you wanted to do any spot correcting, just take the brush. And I always have a little bit of hyperpigmentation on my cheek here. So just blend that out. So it's a wonderful multitasking product. Very lightweight. It's one of the few concealers. It doesn't crease on me, blends out nicely, Looks very luminous under the eye with that serum in there. I think it's a great concealer for over 50 skin, and you'll always see me tapping products in. I don't usually swipe it on. It never looks cakey on me. And you saw that was only one little pump. And look at all the coverage that I'm getting from that. And if you have time and you want to do just a quick little extra step, I just grab my sponge. Any sponge will do. And blend, make sure just everything's blended together between the concealer and the foundation or whatever you're using on your face. Now, you know I'm a big fan of multi-purpose products. So one of the fun ones that I love using on a quick and easy makeup look is one by Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Glow, but it's a bronzer and a blush combined. Now you can certainly use each shade individually. So there's the bronzer, there's the blush, there's highlighting in there, there's another little bronzer up there. So there's multiple shades in this whole little palette. Now, what I like to do is I just swish everything together, to be honest with you. And it looks gorgeous and radiant on the skin. So I just take just a fluffy brush, swirl it around, tap it off, and then I start stippling it in. It gives such a warm, healthy glow. I think it's wonderful for us mature ladies. Look at that. Isn't that like just a beautiful radiance? It's great that it just saves me the step of combining bronzer and blush. And even with that shade there, it gives some highlighting qualities to the skin. I mean, you can certainly use each one individually, but this is just quick and easy. Love it. And then the eyeshadow that I like to use as a one and done, quickly get out the door, is the one by Revlon. This is their Color Stay, a cream eyeshadow, but it's the particular shade called Caramel. So they come in just like this little pot. It's a gorgeous shade. It gives me the vibes of a taupey, bronzy shade. It's one of the ones that I use just with my finger. And I apply it all over the lid, right up to the brow bone. It gives me enough of a shade that it looks like I have something on my eyelid. It does have like several different shades, but this is my favorite by far. They're waterproof, never creases on me, lasts all day, and it's just like a no mess type of product. It is super blendable. And then if you are concerned at all that maybe it didn't blend in, just grab a fluffy eyeshadow brush, back and forth. I would say I don't usually have to do this step, but this will just ensure that everything blended in nicely. And look at that. Quick and simple. And then my hair is just being a little bit annoying today, so we're going to pin it back so it stops getting in my way. And then I'm excited to share with you a new eyeliner. They're not new, but they're new to me. And they're a brand called Revant. And they have sent me 6 of their eyeliners. And I've been testing these out behind the scenes. And these are amazing for our mature eyes. 2 of the shades have fast become a favorite. I have swatched all the shades for you. So they come in brown, black, gray, purple, navy, and green. But the brown and the gray have become favorites. They are waterproof and smudge proof. Oh my goodness, you guys, like these do not budge, but yet they are very, very creamy. So what I've been doing is taking the shade gray. I always start on the outer half of my eye and sort of wing it out. But my goodness, they glide on. I like how they're very lightweight. I haven't had any issues with them bleeding at all. And then what I'll do is take just an angled brush and just smudge it out. And this is where if you want a little bit of a wing, you can just wing it out. They're very easy to work with. It doesn't dry down immediately. So I like how it gives you time to work with the product. And they also have a little built-in sharpener at the end so you can sharpen. And then I've been taking that shade brown, and this is the one I've been using to tightline. And even though it is a gel formula, I don't have any issues with it transferring onto my bottom waterline. That's always a big plus. And they're also great if you have sensitive eyes. And then I've been going back in with that gray shade and applying it on my bottom lash line. You guys know I'm always looking for brands that have products specifically for our mature skin. So I love that when brands cater to us mature ladies. Look at how it is not transferring at all onto my bottom waterline. Like, that's very impressive, because sometimes when an eyeliner will say that it's waterproof, it still sometimes will have a bit of transfer there, but this is not transferring at all. That's incredible. There's no tugging on the eye at all. Sometimes when I put on an eyeliner, I have to, you're not supposed to, but I have to just pull my eye back a little bit to get the eyeliner going. But this one, I have not had to do that at all. Okay, so both eyes are done now, and still look, no transferring onto my bottom waterline. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's incredible. The packaging is really pretty. It's gorgeous. Look at how precise that tip is. And then just to let you know, they are having a Black Friday sale. So from November 24th to December 1st, it is 30% off site-wide. And then if you use my code, you can receive another 10% off. So 40% off. So that's an amazing deal. And as a special note to my Canadian viewers, they also ship out of Toronto. I know that's always a real big plus with my Canadian viewers, that they really appreciate that. So I will have everything linked down below for you, which includes my discount code. And I just want to say thank you very much to Revant for partnering with me on this portion of the video. And then another product that I have really thoroughly enjoyed using is the e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. My goodness, you guys, this is such a great mascara and so affordable. So I have had this in my rotation for the last several weeks now. And the last video that I used it in, I did mention that I was going to update the description box, but since I'm using it again, I'll just let you know that it removed so easily at the end of the night. It is a tubing mascara, but my goodness, does it ever deliver in length, in volume. And the only thing that I had happen at the end of the night, now I did have this on for, I think it was like 15 or 16 hours. I wore it the last time in that video. And I ended up having like 2 very, very, very small little flakes under my eye. But that was it. It didn't smudge on me. It didn't fade. So I thought that was pretty darn good for only to have 2 tiny little flakes under my eye. And then I have not used this product in such a long time, and I wanted to share it again with you. It's the Maybelline, the Superstay Teddy Tint. This is perfect for a quick one and done on the lip. I have this in the shade Current Mood, but there is 9 other shades. What I like about this one is you can wear it if you want a sheer look, which is how I usually wear it. You can blur it out, or you can build it up and make it a bit more of a bold look. The spongy tip is so soft. And it's a product that can do double duty. If you want, you can use this and apply it onto your cheek as a cheek tint. It feels very, I guess the word I'm looking for is it feels very plush on the lips. Look at how soft that is. It's not overly matte. It's not really super shiny. And then once it dries down, it doesn't transfer. And this stays on for a decent amount of time throughout the day. So perfect for a quick out the door look. So if I was to time this, it probably takes me about 10 minutes to do in the morning, which is quick for me. So I will have everything that I used today linked and listed down below in the description box. And also don't forget about the Revant sale, the Black Friday sale going on from November 24th to December 1st if you're interested in the eyeliners that I showed you today. It is an amazing deal. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!